Hi guys, how you doing? I always say if coin is not going to die, it's going to pump. Because there is no way a coin that's not dead, that's not pumping in the bull market. Because in bull market, everything pumps. Now, the NFTs are not dead. They are low. They have their bottom. They have their capitulation. They have their accumulation zone and so forth, so forth. Now, ApeCoin is the leader of all of these NFTs when it comes to coins. So I don't think it's that, but it is very, very low. And we're gonna look at the chart, what has happened so far and where it actually can go. So we had capitulation here on Bitcoin around June 2022. After that, it went a little bit towards the upside and pulled back, then went up and then went down here towards the support level, broke the support level. And once this support level actually here got broken, what happened after that is we got into what we call a capitulation of the accumulation. So over here it was accumulation zone, right? I mean, still it's technically it's an accumulation zone, but over here is capitulation up here, and this is the last part. Sorry about that. This is the last part of the accumulation zone where it actually gets out of that above the resistance here. About I think it's around $3 up here, give or take. And once above the $3 up here, it's back inside this bigger accumulation zone, and it just continues towards the upside. So we got a couple of nice things on the chart. Number one is that if you look at a weekly time frame over here, what you're gonna notice all the way down here at the bottom right now is that on the weekly time frame we have this very nice doji that's being created below the 20 moving average. The red line is the 20 moving average, and we are below the support level technically, right? You can also see these big wicks towards upside. We still have 2 days and 15 hours left for this candle to play out, but being below the moving averages inside this capitulation zone is actually very, very bullish, because especially when it's it's not dumping anymore. It's very, very bullish. So what we are looking for right now is some kind of consolidation up here before it actually continues the next move towards the upside. It already did 90% move towards upside from the very bottom over here. It's pulling back, and I believe this is still on the very, very bottom, because if you look at the $1 down here, exactly $1, you can see that it actually pulled all the way down to the $1. And right now, I think you can see down here where it actually started, and I think right now it is at the bottom. I mean, there is no other way to say it, that it is at the bottom. The halvening is coming in 3 months. Everything eventually will start popping, and this thing as well. So there is also very nice lines on the chart, and there is a very nice channel over here, because we got these very two nice pivot points over here at the top that are creating this very nice channel over here that we can actually draw, and it goes something like this over here. And as you can see up here, this channel has been playing out very nicely so far. Top stops, capitulation, very holding nice support. There are a couple of breakdowns over here that were, came right back inside that. Over here it held that very nicely. Over here it tried to break it over here, zigzag above that, but came right back inside that. And right now it's climbing just this midline over here before it actually breaks. It goes up to the top of the channel again. So the next target up here for the next move towards upside, I would say it is the top of the channel. That's gonna be around something like, give or take, $3 or something like that. And like we said, that's also gonna be above this very important crucial level. It's not actually above the crucial level, it's actually at 3.60, something like that over here, all the way up here at 3.64, but we'll come back to that. There is another channel that's actually very interesting over here on the chart, and that's if you take these bottoms over here at bottoms over here, right? These bottoms over here, you can see up here, and then you have this capitulation out of the channel inside the zone over here, where we came back up to that. We are retesting that right now, and there is no other way for me to look at this than this is actually going to go up very, very soon. So as soon as Bitcoin is done with this whatever it's doing consolidation phase, and it continues going towards the upside, altcoins are again going to start popping, and the next move up here, like we said, it's around $3 up here, but it might be also to this midline up here that's around 3.5. But as you can see, 3.5 is very, very close to the major resistance level. The first resistance level on the monthly time frame, that's actually at 3.6. So this 3.6 level is major level of resistance. If you look at the moving averages up here, you also see that there is a 20 moving average. And this is what I think is going to happen. I think right now, this thing is going to go over here towards the 3.6 and break 3.6, because there is no way it's just going to get rejected, go down here, go lower, and continue doing this move over here. We are to, the halvening is in March 2024, whereas sorry, April 24, this monthly time frame, by give or take, it's April. It's you know, assuming that this is just going to continue going towards downside, but Bitcoin does this move towards upside, it doesn't make any sense. So the only thing we can right now conclude is that, you know, very soon right now, from this capitulation over here on the downside inside the accumulation zone, and this was accumulation on this capitulation of the accumulation zone, it is gonna, the next move is gonna be above 3.6. Now that move right now is, you know, something like, you know, 150-60% move towards upside, and again everybody's gonna start talking about ApeCoin. That's just how these things works, right? Right now everybody hates ApeCoin, tomorrow everybody's gonna love ApeCoin. That's how these things work. But I think the next move, the next big move, is gonna be above 3.6 level here at the upside. We got a couple of more major resistance levels on the upside. I mean, the resistances are there to be broken, but you can see up here that between 3.6 and 6.7, this part over here, this is the major zone of the resistances before we are actually out of that, right? So after we had this, you know, move down, a capitulation up here, consolidation, accumulation zone, and then, you know, capitulation of the accumulation, then, you know, as soon as we are above 6.7, the next target is all the way up to 20 bucks, all-time high. And God knows how far after that it can actually go. So 20 bucks is actually only 20x towards the upside up here. Right, from $1 to you know, 1,900%, that's 20x. But you know, and that is actually very legit target up here. But after that, you know, where it's gonna do 20x or maybe 30x up here, or even 50x up here towards upside, you know, 50 bucks or something like that. I mean, it's all speculation. It's all speculation. We gotta look at a little bit on market cap, how high it's on market cap, but it does look in fact very good right now as a buying opportunity, because there are not a lot of coins that are this slow down on the downside. So I gotta ask myself whether this you know, ApeCoin is actually dead or it's not dead. You have to always ask yourself, is this thing dead? I don't think it's dead. NFTs are, you know, technically not dead. NFTs are gonna, you know, stay here at least another bull market, and NFTs are like meme coins, right? Every single bull market, every single top, every single euphoria, people want to buy anything that's shiny. And what is more shiny than NFTs, meme coins, and you know, game coins? I mean, people don't understand the blockchain that well, but they do understand stuff that's blinking and shining, and, you know, look at this thing, you know, and so, you know, I do believe strongly in ApeCoin. Unfortunately, I'm down by a bunch because I bought it, you know, down here during this capitulation phase around $4 or something like that. So, you know, there is that. That's life. But, you know, eventually it will play out. Eventually it will play out. But I don't see anything wrong with the chart, beside being down by a bunch. The fact that we actually hit this, you know, $1 down here at the bottom is actually a very good indication for me that, you know, the bottom is in. If you have been following meme season, and all of the coins in meme season, they actually do in these kind of ways. They go down to these very nice round numbers, 1, 0.001, 0. You know, 0. Anything 1, right? They oftentimes move to these levels, very important levels of round numbers, psychological levels, and then bounce from these levels towards the upside. Now, monthly time frame up here, we got, you know, a little bit dodgy up here, you know, some kind of hammer. We are pulling back a little bit. We still got 12 days left, so we gotta see how this is gonna play out. Might create some kind of double bottom up here before it actually goes towards the upside. But if you look at a weekly time frame over here, we already got this doji, and right now we're creating the second doji up here. So I think it's only a matter of time before we actually break the resistance up here, after this move towards the upside. That's around 1.7 level over here, and then continue towards the upside. I don't see this any other way than you know, than this can actually go towards the upside right now. So the channel is the major one. The channel over here is the major one that we need to break out of, because as long as we are in the channel, this can technically, you know, continue down to, you know, minus 0. Minus you know, whatever number. But as long as we are channel, this can actually continue for a very long time. Even this move towards that downside up here, but right now it does look like it wants to, you know, go from these levels over here towards upside, because we already hit one level over here. We already had the capitulation down here, capitulation inside the accumulation zone and stuff like that, right? We are inside this box up here. The box needs to be broken eventually towards the upside. So ApeCoin is not yet out of the zone accumulation zone. It is being accumulated. Let me look a little bit on volume up here. You can see up here on this part up here, as soon as we got this, you know, capitulation inside the accumulation zone over here, look how the volume has been steadily climbing towards upside. So the price is going towards downside and it's a little bit sideways up here, but the volume is actually going towards upside. What does that tell us? That tells us that somebody is buying. The volume is increasing and there has been more and more buying. So everybody thinks that ApeCoin is dead, but it's not dead, guys. It's gonna survive. It's gonna be fine. NFTs are gonna pump. Meme coins are gonna pump. The game coins are gonna pump. Everything is gonna pump. This thing is not dead. And the way I see it, at least above you know, $7 up here at the top on the monthly time frame. This is actually around major level is around 6.7, at least above 6.7 level up here. And then, you know, depends on how high it goes, you know, how it performs, whether it's good coin or not coin. It's gonna go all the way up to the 20 you know, $20, and after that it's only, you know, question whether it's gonna be, you know, $30, $40, $50, you know, 50x, how many x's it can do towards the upside. But it looks good, guys. It looks good. I cannot complain about this. I think, you know, finally it has reached the bottom. It's reached the bottom up here in October, September. Right now, pumping a little bit. This pullback up here is legendary buy, generational buy, as I like to say. And it is very, very close. It is very, very close over here. Also, if you look at the you know, very small time frames up here, there has been very nice trend up here towards upside right now, right? And right now, what we like to call the box after capitulation up here, this is the box up here. So right now it's doing this box below the capitulation. So this part over here, this was a trend, and once you break the trend, you get into capitulation move below the support level. It can be both horizontal or downtrending as well. And once you get into this box, as long as the box over here holds and breaks out of the box, as soon as you see this move up here above, you know, backside, inside this trend up here, it's pretty much over. This is pretty much going to continue pumping towards the upside. But I like the box. I like the chart. It is at bottom somewhere. I might buy more. I might not buy more. I'm going to see that. Right now it's up 0.72%. But, you know, Bitcoin is still doing the thing where it's not sure whether it's going to go up right now or it's going to wait. Have a nice day, guys. Come back to the channel and we'll take another look at it another time. Bye bye.